What's up, folks? Having a little bit of technical difficulty today, man. Gosh almighty, what the hell?
If anybody
I don't
wants
know.
to donate a slightly used computer from the last 5 years or so, it would be better than his thing right here. Okay.
No, actually, you know what? It wasn't the computer this time. It was me.
Sure,
I'm hitting buttons and I'm not hitting the right buttons. But hey, you know what? We're here. We're going to get started anyway. Can't stop the show.
Can't stop the signal
Man.
now.
Yeah, can't stop the signal, man. It just is what it is. But who we got in here today before I go into the announcements? Who we got already in here with us?
All right, we got Hawkeye, kick things off. Yeah, we're ready too. We got Blade Boy SFV. Hello, how we doing? Senior Moment. Hey, we know who you are. Good to see you. Hey. Ancient Order. Samuel, how you doing? All right, Mr. Vino. Hey, good evening.
What's going on, fellas?
You know, that's a good call to action right there. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, like, and subscribe. All that happy
boy,
jazz.
what's going on? Yes.
All right.
Oh, man.
Thank you. All right.
We got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff going on, man. In
wait,
the world.
Backtrack. Nico Bernie.
What up, dude?
Yeah. He's like running in the door, like, wait, I'm here, boss.
Yep. Yes. Senior moment operator error. Absolutely. I forgot one thing going into the day. I got everything. You know what? I forgot one thing. I forgot to freaking load up the intro. So I'm talking to Nas backstage, and I'm like, well, we might as well go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and run the intro. And I hit go live, and I went to hit the intro, and the intro wasn't there.
Well, you know, it could be worse. How about this? Hey, everybody, welcome to the show.
Tonight, we're going to be talking about ATF, what's going on in the world with mass shootings, and getting back to building.
All right, so who amongst you is old enough to know who Max Headroom is? Because we got a good operator over here.
Yeah. That's my dude, Max Headroom.
Yeah, you're lagging pretty bad, my dude.
I'm sure because
Start Dab, good to see you.
Am I still lagging?
Yeah, video jack. Yeah. We are gonna have to, start a collection plate. Pass the hat.
All right,
hey,
guys.
Solomon, thanks for joining us. Excellent.
He's also not good. Let me know when I'm not lagging anymore.
I mean, you're doing either a really good statue impersonation or it's a new dance. No, nothing.
I'm just kidding.
All right. Yeah, we do like the thumbs up. That's excellent. Again, like and subscribe. JettaMan Designs, always a good thing to put out there.
If you're not seeing comments, that is on the Yahoo side, not our side.
Yeah.
Hey, am I still lagging?
A little bit, but you know what? It's blame it on the decade-old PC. It's all good. We'll understand. It's fine. Best you got with what you get. Best you can do with what you got.
All right. Well, tonight, we're going to be talking about a few things, and hopefully, it'll get us through the hour. I'm sure some of the things are going to have quite a bit of RAM headroom. Yeah. Feedback from you guys. Get rid of that reflection in my glasses. I can't stand that.
I dislike it too, but I only have the one good light source, so y'all have to deal with it. Sorry.
Well, the light you see reflecting is my freaking monitor.
Well, they make anti-glare screens. They kind of work,
Well, I don't have one, but since I'm building a computer, maybe I'll get one.
Don't worry, folks. It's going to be real simple. He's going to start off with a Raspberry Pi little thing.
Hey, yeah, I've already started putting together the list. My daughter's helping me build. Nas is helping me build it. I was shopping today. Yes, you're helping. Yes, you are. You, this dude right there, you are helping.
Insert
Anyway.
tab A into slot B.
Well, you have a lot of the technical knowledge I don't have as far as some of the stuff.
The guts,
I did
yeah.
see some really, really nice stuff today that my daughter sent me though.
Okay.
But anyway,
Yeah, we'll
back
talk
to what we're talking about today. We're going to be talking about the upcoming events. We got a lot of upcoming events. One actually is local here. Not sure I'll be able to make it, but if you guys come into town for this event, hit me up. Maybe we'll have lunch, share a drink, whatever. I'm not sure I'll make the event, but I'm going to do my best. We're going to be talking about the ATF and their database. I chopped up the video that I talked about last week. I chopped it up a little bit. It's about a 3-minute video now out of a 6-minute video. Am I still?
You're not as bad as you were, but it's funny that he commented on that. We're gonna do a little reproduction. I'm gonna take the audio off this video later. It's gonna be fun.
You know what? This week I've been kind of. I mean, my Wi-Fi. I mean, not Wi-Fi because I don't run this computer on Wi-Fi. I run it with the Ethernet cable, and I think I sent you a screenshot of it. And it can't. I'm thinking it can't be the wire. However, I've switched up the routers, and it's still getting the same type of download speeds. So.
Well, the network hardware in the device itself is 10 years old. It's hardwired in. It can only go up to so fast, but it
was going fast. But it's just recently, in the last couple of weeks, got to where it is.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I did something wrong. If I hit a button, huh?
You upgraded your plane recently, didn't you?
No, I haven't upgraded it yet.
Anyway, that's neither here nor there. It is.
Yeah. Well, I hope we get through. You guys can understand what I'm saying because we got a lot to talk about tonight.
No, Hawkeye, it is not your crap PC. it's the
mine.
fact that we all put money into other hobbies, building things that don't compute.
Yeah. Well, hopefully within the next couple of weeks, I'll have a new computer that you guys will be like, okay, RAM is not
stuttering anymore.
Stuttering anymore, right? But we're gonna talk about the ATF. Huh?
Hey DJ, hit that vinyl smack.
Yeah. We're going to talk about the ATF database. What's going on with those guys? Who just built the gaming PC?
No, he said, glad I built my gaming PC before I found the 80s.
Shoot, man, you can help too, since I'm hopefully going to drop 32 gigs of RAM in it. And
that's a good start.
6-core i5 processor. See, he's shaking his head. See, I'm thinking I'm working on something good, and he's like, no.
Not bad. Just if you want to future-proof a little bit and
dude,
get a little extra.
I'm not planning on running 6K and 8K video. I have the capability of going up to 128 RAM, but I'm starting with 32. So I can go up, but go up now.
But what you can do usually is go up with the aftermarket installation, a little cheaper. Well, if you're buying a unit,
it's all aftermarket. I'm building from scratch.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway, we'll go over that off the air, man. I'll tell you the shopping list, and we can go from there.
Yeah, that's
little weak, man. Look, I'm not gaming. I don't game. I just need to edit, and if I can edit 4K with 32, why are we talking about this?
So, because it's a fireside chat, we started talking about something, and that's what we're doing. So, all right, fine. Hey, Leonard, good to see you. What's up, dude?
But
we are
apparently
talking about non-firearms related things for just a second.
Yeah.
You asked why it's a little weak. The i5 is kind of like the baby of the CPU series. I mean, i7 would be a lot better, and it's not that much more expensive if you're on a budget.
I haven't
And if
seen
you
the
can do better
I
than
haven't seen the
that, go.
cost on the i7. I did see a video. The guy was saying the i7 would be better, but I haven't seen how much the i7 is just yet.
It's not. It's not like twice the cost significant as far as difference, but you get a lot of performance value out of just that simple upgrade. But anyway,
Well, one of
things
the
that go
things,
boom.
the biggest problem I'm having is finding something for a motherboard affordable that has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, which is what I need.
You
I
can
hate
always
wires. I hate
you
wires.
you can always buy USB dongles that plug in the back for Wi-Fi if need be. One of the nice things for that is you can get a unit that you can then extend or replace as the need may come about. Built-in Wi-Fi is limited to what it is. You can't upgrade it. Usually, it's just there, soldered in place.
Well, the
Anyway.
Wi-Fi portion of it is just mainly as a backup in case my Ethernet goes down or something.
Yeah.
But I really need the Bluetooth for these and my keyboard and mouse and stuff. So I hate wires.
I know.
They get on my nerves.
I get it. I get it. But
anyway, all right, guys. Things
hey, 2A Ray, thanks for joining us.
They probably sitting there like, what the fuck? What fireside chat did we walk into tonight?
I thought this was about things that go boom.
What's up, 2A Ray, man? What's going on? Mr. Adams, what's going on, sir?
Yes, thank you very much. Appreciate you.
Again,
welcome.
ATF database, we're going to talk about it a little bit. We're going to talk a little bit about the mass shootings because last week, I didn't know about the Texas situation before we went live last week. So I couldn't really say much about it. We talked a little bit about it, and after we got off the air, I went and looked, and I didn't sleep much that night.
No,
but we'll talk about that in a minute. Also, we're going to talk about getting back to shooting in today's social and political environment and how it's going to affect us all. So we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about next week's rundown. We got a few things coming up next week that I think will be good. I hope to have a special guest. I reached out to a good friend of mine that I grew up with. And actually, you guys don't know this, but I was on their show last Wednesday. It was impromptu. I hadn't planned. I would have let you guys know, but they did a broadcast on their Facebook show last Wednesday. And I thought I was just going to be, a fly on the wall, just, listening, because it was a radio broadcast, not a, kind of a podcast, live podcast type deal, not video. So I was just going to be a fly on the wall and listen in. And all of a sudden I got added to the guest, the guest green room and said, Kenny, can you come online? I'm like, So, but it was the conversation was about not duplicity, but the dichotomy of gun laws and massacres and the right for life. So it was kind of interesting in how we were discussing guns, because they're the guests will be guests next week, but the hosts are 2A advocates. And they're very devout Christians. So hopefully we can get them on the show next week, but we if not next week, hopefully in the near future, because they're very good friends of mine and they have a very interesting outlook on guns, gun laws, the Second Amendment, so on and so forth. So hopefully we'll have them as guests next week, if not next week, in the near future. I'll probably talk to him. He was getting ready for another broad webinar tonight, so we really couldn't get the details down. So that's next week. And next week also, Nas and I will be discussing the new membership levels in the forum. So if you guys are in the forum and you guys are sitting like flies on the wall, you might want to come out, because there's going to be some special things coming down the line. I believe, and without stealing Nas's thunder, Well, why don't you tell a little bit about what we plan to do now, if we can make it happen within the forum.
Well, I mean, I don't really know a whole lot other than what I said as far as, we can assign different ranks to certain, I've done 100 posts, 500 posts, 1,000 posts, whatever the case may be. We can also do specialty ranks for, badges for people that are really good commenters, contributors, like Hawkeye, Ancient Order. I tag you both with that prolific poster thing there, basically, a couple others. We got Chief Enabler over here, things like that.
Did you guys catch all of the Memorial Day sales I put in the deal section? I was up all night one night putting them things in there for you guys.
That's crazy.
I didn't want to go to sleep, so I figured I would put all of that out. I think I put 10 up in the span of an hour, 2 hours, something like that. But there were a lot of good sales out there, man.
And this guy here, he's ferocious when it comes to finding all the deals. He's like a freaking honey badger. He'll just dig everything up. Go right after it for y'all.
Do my best.
And he puts it down in the forum right there. You see it's been scrolling across the bottom of the screen.
Well, these guys, man, they find some stuff that I don't even know about, and it's good deals, stuff I miss. So
that's why it's a community. We share that info.
Yeah, absolutely. But
it's all good.
Like Nas was saying, there are going to be levels. So we're going to have sort of a VIP type of hierarchy without the VIP fees. So the higher you are in the rankings, or the higher levels that you reach based on your activity, will open up different doors for you that we'll be adding in. Things like, I was in the store the other day and I hit up Weapon X. I said, can we etch these cups? Stainless steel or aluminum cups? He said, sure, we can etch them. So guess what? I'm buying a bunch of cups. And as you guys reach certain levels, you'll get freebies and we'll just send them out to you. So look out for, watch your DMs, because once you reach the level, Mr. Nas will let me know, and I'll hit you in the DM and ask for your address so I can send you some goodies, send you a goodie box.
It's not as creepy as it sounds.
So that's just one of the things coming down. And as we think, you guys come up with good things that we can put in, and it fits in the budget and everything like that, we'll do it, because it's a community. We want to have some fun. We want to, kick out some swag, and I'm going to be buying Nas some filament so he can print some stuff up. Nas, that matter of fact, I'm gonna order that filament for my was the tray or
it was a tray that functioned as a dual stand with mag holders.
Yes. Oh, that's
because
gonna be so
making
sexy.
Things is cool with your JMD logo inset into the tray part.
That's gonna be so sexy.
Yeah. I mean, I could pull up a rendering of it. It ain't hard.
No. Save it, man. Save it.
All right.
Save it. I do have something. I got something in the mail today from one of my Memorial Day presents to myself. Maybe I'll open it in a little bit. But anyway, let's talk about the ATF, guys. No, not the ATF yet. Let's talk about the events. All right, so we got events coming up. And I had this loaded up, but let's load it up again. We got events coming up in different parts of the country, and Weapon X, he's the one that digs up a lot of these events, man. I'm telling you, I don't even know how he finds them, but he has a killer search engine on his computer, and he finds these events. I got a couple on here.
He still uses Ask Jeeves.
Yeah, better him than me. But yeah, we got the first show that he came up with, the Blade Show, coming up here June 3rd through 5th. That's this coming weekend in Atlanta. And sorry guys, it's in Atlanta, and it's going to be the time. Where is the time?
Well,
the time is 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. June 5th in Atlanta, Georgia. Guys, go to the website is going across the bottom right there. I'm going to put it in the chat as well, where you guys can click on it if you're interested in going. If you're in the area, general area, if you're within an hour's drive, man, I would say go, because the
Chirping Shane could be
EDCs.
a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, there's nowhere I go without at least a knife. Usually I have my gun, my knife, my pen, my aircraft pen,
The appropriate
and
tool for the job.
yeah, I have at least 4 or 5 different things on me. So that's a knife is definitely one of the things you definitely want to have as you go about your day. Also, post Father's Day, free firearm safety training. My girl, Stay Frosty, Defense-tastic, she's got it coming up. What's that? Saturday, June 25th. It's going to be in. It's going to be in Uniondale. Absolutely, man. All she needs is a few great men to train with. It's going to be free. Starts at 10 o'clock in the morning. And I'm sure she'll be having some other events going on. It's an free hour class, so I'm sure she has other things going on after that. She's going to give you a lot of great information, how to shoot, all these things that she offers in her defensive tactics classes. You can contact her on Instagram at stay_frosty_defensive_tactics. You can go over there and check her out, or her email, stayfrosty@gmail.com. So definitely check that out. That's going to be an awesome event, and tell her Ram sent you. All right, so
hey, real quick, Ed
yeah.
Levance, thanks for joining us. Just wanted to hop, say hey, popped in.
What up, Ed Levance?
Yep. All right, moving right along.
Next up, we got the Hollow 2A. We got the Sarasota Freedom Friends potluck, June 26th, 4 p.m. to June 27th, 6 p.m. It's going to be at the Hollow in Venice, Florida. And there's a website that you guys can contact them. And
it's scrolling along, and I will paste it into the chat as soon as you're done, because I need to let it go while it's scrolling.
Okay, I got it. I got it. The potluck is the link is in the section. If you're in Florida, I know we got a couple of people down in Florida. If you're anywhere near Sarasota, go check them out and give them some FTQ80 love. All right, next up we got the July 9th in Suffolk, Virginia. We got the Pew Party, and it's going to be a fun-filled event that celebrates the biggest boom in gun ownership history, pun intended. These guys will have, I guarantee you, Jada Shooter, which is that gentleman on your left, he will have probably most of his collection of automatic rifles, pistols, and handguns for you to take part in. It's going to be quite a bang fest, for lack of a better term. I know. I said it. I regretted saying it immediately after I said it.
He did not regret saying.
I just put that link in the section. Also, it'll take you to a form. It's in the chat section. It'll take you to a form, how to register, and all of the details will be sent after you register. So if once you paid your fee, he'll send you all of the information. And I believe this is the last one. Of course, SIG Freedom Days is coming up in October. Registration opens up June 23rd. Guys, it will fill up fast. I will be definitely trying to make it to that event, especially since I should be in New York the weekend before that or a few days before that. So I may just make a vacation out of it and hit New Hampshire before I come back down to Virginia. I'm trying to work out the details on that with my wife. And, that's that. So once we get all of that, and like I said, June 23rd, we'll be posting more information on how to register for that event. They didn't have any information on how to register for the SIG Freedom Days. Just put it on your calendar for October 14th weekend. That way, if you plan to go, you don't plan anything else on that particular weekend. So you guys got any events out there that we don't know about, anything that we don't have? Go to the forum, go to the events tab, and load it up, guys. I mean, if there's an event that's going to be near you and I can get there, I'm going to do every bit of opportunity to get there so we can chop it up. We can, there was a lot of things I saw on Instagram. A lot of people got together this week. I wish I would have known about them, but I haven't made those connections yet. So hopefully next year, just like I made the connection with Frosty this year, me and Frosty will be chopping it up at SHOT Show next year. So all right, so next up we have, you guys want to talk about the ATF? Do we even want to discuss what happened with the ATF? I mean, well, let's start here. Biden, I guess last week, the GOA, they got proof of the ATF is stockpiling information. We all know this, but now it's basically they can't deny it. So what I did was I took the video. The video is a 6-minute video, and what's going on, Tom? Welcome back, my friend. The video I talked about last week is about 6.5 minutes long, and I broke it down to about 3 minutes with some key points. I just wanted to play that for you guys really, really quick, and we'll be right back, and we'll be able to chop it up. Did you have anything before we run the video, Nas?
No, man, run it.
All right, guys, here we go.
Gun Owners of America has just released a massive report on the ATF's illegal gun registry. Here's the first part of our 5-part series on how dangerous this registry is and what we're doing to stop it. I'm Phil, and this is the Minuteman Moment. We've talked extensively about the ATF's gun registry on previous episodes of the Minuteman Moment as that news was breaking. And with the help of Congressman Michael Cloud and thousands of patriotic GOA activists like you, we were able to kick this hornet's nest and get some answers. Behind the scenes, we made a Freedom of Information Act, or FOIA, request to the ATF, and we received them back. After our team analyzed the hundreds of pages they sent back, we now have a very good idea of how the ATF keeps records of your gun purchases and how they plan on making it worse. We've all known that the ATF has kept a record of guns for their tracing efforts for decades. The records are kept in the National Tracing Center, or NTC, which is a massive warehouse located in West Virginia. All gun dealers are required to turn in the 4473 forms, which gun purchasers are required to fill out from the last 20 years once they go out of business, and send those to the ATF. Those forms contain gun purchasers' names, addresses, and even a social security number. That's in addition to the information on the actual gun they're purchasing. The justification for this tracing center is supposedly that it stops crimes. This gun registry is in violation of several federal statutes put in place to avoid exactly what the ATF is currently doing. A few years ago, the Government Accountability Office, or GAO, did a report literally called ATF Did Not Always Comply with the Appropriations Act restriction and should better adhere to its policies. ATF's collection and maintenance of the records of out-of-business members at NTC violated the Appropriations Act restriction on consolidation or centralization of firearms records. We know that the ATF has a process for firearm dealers that have not gone out of business to turn in their records early. But the ATF has no statutory authority to receive these records. GOA can prove that the ATF is still actively ignoring statute and combining records into one centralized system. In fact, ATF is actively trying to cover that up quietly in its latest rule change. The ATF revealed their carelessness by stating, GOA's findings relative to the title of the report referred to a discrete situation that in no way reflects any larger issue regarding out-of-business records. Well, we know that's a lie, because if it were true, Why did the ATF move to fix this with their most recently issued rule, which Biden just announced? But that's not even the worst of it. To our shock, the ATF admitted that they had nearly 1 billion records of firearm transactions, with over 800 million of them put into digital format. Since searchability is expressly prohibited, we wanted to know, how do they convert these paper records into a digital format, and still doesn't claim it has a searchable or centralized database. Spoiler alert, it's searchable and centralized.
Amazing. Just amazing.
Yep.
Oh
So,
my goodness. That was just the highlights, man.
yeah. That was, I saw that, shared that with you, and it's like, yeah, we gotta get this on because
Yeah.
I mean, we all knew, come on, it's what they do, okay, but proof is definitely a new critter altogether. So fun times.
Yeah. Guys, if you wanted to go watch that in its entirety, it's got a little bit more meat to it, and it's actually the beginning of a 5-part series. It's 5 because they get away with it because they have the president on their side.
Yeah.
I mean, for the time being, anyway. I mean, until Congress gets involved.
Yes, and the few lawsuits here and there, and people like Goa that are trying to get this information and fight for that. That's good. But it's a case of nobody wants to go to jail, so we have to follow the right way, or yeah.
As soon as I heard that, no, you're right, Hawkeye. Nothing new there. But they're going to be bringing. That's just the beginning. Like I said, that's the first part of a 5-part series. They had if you guys go over to the video and go down in the description, the full report is there. Which, like I said, I just gave you the highlights of the first video. There's a lot of interesting stuff in the report.
The whole report is, sorry to interrupt, the whole report is akin to the new ATF ruling. It's massive. So it's dense.
I think they said 178 pages or something like that. It's nuts. But I mean, it I don't know, man. I mean, the minute I heard that, when FFLs go out of business, they had to send all of their paperwork from the last 20 years in, and I'm like, okay, that stuff they shouldn't even have that stuff. But the ATF is, again, they're not going to get rid of it. You just gave it to them freely. And if you don't give it to them, now they want to come bring you up on charges if you say, oh, I don't have any more paperwork, and they know you've been in business so long, blah 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 blah. They can go back to when you ran the 4473 when you ran it. So if you ran 2,000 of them and you only have 1,000 pieces of paper, they want to know why.
Yeah, you better have a real fire that happened and proof of it or something like that to it.
Yeah. That secure safe that you had had blown up.
Weapon.
What's going on, Weapon?
Yeah.
But anywho, I was talking earlier about the massacre in.
Yes.
What's up? Yeah, Lost in Fire. Absolutely. The massacre last week, guys, and it just. I don't know what to say about our leaders, or quote unquote leaders, and how they feel that an inanimate object, and we've had this conversation a million times, guys. I know. Inanimate object can't kill people. The people with that object kills people.
It's all the intent of the person holding the tool.
Right, but they want to blame the tool, and they want to jump on it. But I want to send a sincere condolences to everyone of those families, those loved ones that are affected, and the community, because this is something that rocks an entire community. You didn't have to have a child in that school. I mean, it rocked the world. You didn't have to have a child in that school. You don't have to have a teacher that teaches there. You don't have to have, so it just, it's senseless. And what do you say? This is why I order all my Polymer 80 stuff. My grandma's old folks home. You know what? Anyway, back to what I was saying.
Sorry, but I had to.
You distracted me. What do we do? I watched a video for John Lovell from the Warrior Poet Society, and he did a video on what do we do next. And everything to me that he said made sense. And, I saw another one of the guys I follow on TikTok. He's a firearms instructor, and he calls it Veteran Overwatch, where he picks certain schools that he goes and he sits patrol outside the school for however long he wants, in case anything should happen. We have to be vigilant in protecting our young, our old, and those that might not know they need protection, unfortunately. Because we have a lot of people out there that feel like the police are their protectors.
Which, yes, in a sense, but also right then, right there, you might be all they got.
Unless the police are right there. I this past weekend was Memorial Day weekend, right? And I'm in an area. Well, here's what's crazy, dude. One section of town, downtown Norfolk, I kid you not, I counted over 50 officers within a 5-block radius. And I'm saying to myself, in a town where there is such a shortage of police, and to the point where there's usually shootings at least once or twice a week, and the police are nowhere near, they're nowhere around. But you have over 50 officers within a 4 to 5 block radius. And that was just where I was. The radius was a lot bigger. I mean, I drive Uber, right? And I had to drive a couple to a hotel that was right next to a stage in downtown Norfolk. It's on Waterside Drive. They took up the whole street, kind of a block party. No problem. People were everywhere. I kind of avoided the area unless I had to take someone there. But getting out of this hotel parking lot, there were 20 officers standing in the middle of the road. I had to honk my horn to get them out of my way. My question is, why aren't you somewhere where there's crime so you can be there to protect people? Y'all are standing around with cups and y'all jibber. Y'all are not working. Y'all on the taxpayers' dime, and you're not out there protecting and serving. Somebody might have needed you, and I understand you had an assignment. You were told to be there. I get it. I'm not talking directly to you. I'm talking to the people that put you there when you could be somewhere protecting people. So those people that think they're protected, you never know. You might need them, and they're over there drinking coffee, smoking cigarettes, vaping, talking to the people or whatever, but you need them because you need protection. But what do you do when they are not there?
You have to take care of business yourself. But
you have to handle business yourself. And if you and Colleen Noir said it best. Some people don't like him. He's a loudmouth, but that's all right. He talks the truth, and there's a reason he's a lawyer. But people are telling us that we have to use these to fight firearms. That's not going to work. So they're trying to, and I watched Reno May earlier today. Joe Biden is now trying to get rid of 9mm. What? You don't think? Oh,
because it can blow your lung out, he says.
Yeah, he said the 9mm could blow your lung out. You don't need anything more than a 22. If you get shot with a 22, they could dig the bullet out. They could dig the bullet out. Well, if I'm shooting you, I don't want you to survive. because I'm in defense mode. I'm not in offensive mode. I don't get it, man. They're trying to take everything. But back to the original question, as far as how do we defend against the craziness? Well, first off, they got to fix the mental health problems. Now, from what I understand, this person had not been diagnosed as mentally ill. However, there was no way he woke up one day totally sane, and then the next minute he wasn't sane and decided to go shoot up a school. There were signs. People just didn't listen or watch. What's up, Leonard?
There's always some kind of sign. Well, he's pointing out the dichotomy of, the rich and powerful can pay for armed security and it's okay, but kids in public school are sitting ducks because, yes, gun-free zones.
Absolutely.
And the intent behind the law was well-intentioned at the time, but it doesn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense. Because, who's going to pay attention to the law that says you can't bring the gun there? You, me, everybody else that's a law-abiding citizen. Responsibly.
I'll take that charge all day long.
But
yeah, I get you. The criminal's not paying attention to it. And in reference to what Leonard said, I immediately, while watching that video, said to myself, I'm sorry, Mr. Bush, President Bush, what caliber does your Secret Service carry? I believe it's either a 9 or a 40. It's nothing smaller. So you're saying that your Secret Service don't need anything bigger than a 22. And what's crazy was there was a Secret Service guy off to the right in the video. I immediately looked at him to see if he had a reaction. He didn't, but I was waiting for him to go, ah!
I mean, it's a rough thing to talk. Oh, yeah. Ancient order. Kid can't buy new clothes or cell phone. Well, priorities. Got to have your priorities straight. And apparently in his mind, for whatever reason, that was the priority. Obviously, it's not going to fit social norms and people died. Something, somewhere, somebody must have seen something.
Guys, bottom line, protect yourselves. If you're a law-abiding citizen, follow the law according to where you live, but protect yourselves. If you're watching this and you don't believe in carrying a firearm or you starting to question it, guys, reach out to one of us. We'll talk to you. We may not agree. Matter of fact, how do you guys feel about getting some guests on the show that don't think how we think? I mean, I'm willing to open up the debate. It's about a chat. It's about coming together and talking things out because you never know what might happen. We're
going to have to have a digital talking stick, though. Pass it from one to the other.
Yeah. Guys, if you know somebody that's willing to come on and they're not pro-gun or, even if they're anti-gun, because we got people out there that are not pro-gun or anti-gun, they just don't like guns. We'll have them on the show.
That could be because of trauma, perfectly understandable. Ignorance, not so much. Come on down.
Yeah. I don't. And I said it. I was watching one of our videos from April 15th. Adams. As long as what did he say? As long as what? As long as everyone keep their cool. Yeah.
An
absolutely.
armed society is a polite society and all that.
Yeah. Guys, if you know somebody who wants to come on, let us know, man. You get enough of that on radio and TV. You know what? We can't affect what happens on radio and TV, Hawkeye.
Back to drinking out of 50 cal shot glasses.
Yeah, back to Hawkeye's point. Can you bring Hawkeye's point back up? He gets enough of that on radio and TV. Yes, I agree, Hawkeye. However, we can't affect what the media puts out, and we don't have the opportunity on a large scale to talk directly to some of the people that have those views. Because if we're watching it on media and TV, that's them feeding it to us without a choice. However, if we can open debate, and talk, some
Respectful
things might change.
conversation.
Respectful conversation, and that's what this show is all about. Being able to talk to people that believe how we believe, but we also want to talk to people that may not believe. You never know what might happen. So,
And Leonard
Go
put a
ahead.
good point here. Crazy people look for those safe zones because there will be little or no resistance. Exactly. And a school is a target-rich, defenseless environment. If you can breach the perimeter, that's what happens. And somebody didn't follow their due course and left the door unlocked. I know when I go to my son's schools, I have to buzz myself in and, hi, this is me, sometimes show an ID, that kind of a thing.
Anyway, guys, that's just some of my thoughts on it, and it seems like you guys have some pretty strong opinions on it, and it's what it is. I just hope that someone is watching that may not believe how we believe, and you're willing to come on and talk about it. So what's Crispy Bean talking about?
Pro 2A, but 21 age limit for AR is acceptable. I mean, I think everyone should have training in how to use the darn thing. I think it should be free. Government wants you to have it, sure. Don't have to apply for it, don't have to pay for it. Make it part of it used to be part of the school curriculum around here for a while. But that was many moons ago.
The whole thing of having to be 21 to get an AR-15 a rifle, but you're 18, you can join the military. That's a tricky one, because you can go to war and die for your country at age 18, but you can't go to war in your own country or be prepared for war in your own country.
But they provide the training to make sure you know how to use the thing.
Yeah, they do. Everyone should have training. So let's get that out the way. Everybody should have training. Everybody should have training. It shouldn't be government mandated, but everyone should. If you have a gun, you should want to get training. Oh my gosh.
I'm not saying a mandate so much as just being available.
No. I know what you're saying. Yeah, absolutely. I'm agreeing. I'm in agreement with you. Absolutely.
But one that I highly recommend.
I got my head chewed off on whose channel was it? Guns and Gadgets. And I got my head chewed off in the comment section because I said that people should get training if they own guns. Well, why are you biting my head off? That should be a freaking no-brainer that you need training. Because no one is born knowing how to use a gun.
You need to get a driver's license to drive your 2,500-pound death machine around town. Come on now. Get some training for how to handle the thing that goes boom. It's just sense.
I'm gonna bring this up and while we land the plane and get ready to sign out, but there was, where can I find it? Hold on, I gotta find it. There it is. There was a young lady, and hopefully I can show this video. Oh, come on, stop playing.
Thank you, Ancient Order.
What Ancient Order says?
Oh, he liked the idea of the mandatory training. Just seriously, a course provided free. Know how to use the thing. That's it. That's all.
That's it.
And you might, and a well-versed instructor might be able to spot that one that goes, maybe not this one.
Yeah, I mean, it just makes sense to have trained in a firearm that you plan on carrying or protecting yourself. Because I tell you one thing, if you're not trained and we get into a situation, I don't want you near me. No matter how good you think you can shoot.
Yeah.
Don't if you're not willing to get training, don't roll with me. I'm sorry. You could have all good intentions, but just like I take my children to the range and make sure they know how to shoot, I don't stay in front of me. That way I know I don't get shot in the back.
My kid hasn't graduated past BB rifles yet because he wants to cover everything. It's like, no, kid, no.
Oh
I
man,
mean, mandatory class on building 80%. We got them. Hey, in the resources section on the forum, there is a whole list of all the videos and stuff. I linked to them. You know, all the good ones from back in the day.
yeah.
Or you could go to the Sonoran Desert Institute of Gunsmithing, like this guy over here. Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's in the works.
Had to put on the radio voice. Don't mind me. Hey, everybody. Oh, hey,
All
it
right,
works.
I cannot find what I'm looking for. I thought I could get to it, but apparently I cannot.
Ancient Order,
Oh, well.
yes. Initial training in our day happened from family, parents, whatever. My first introduction to firearms was my father taking me to shoot. He had a Marlin 60. It was a 22 bolt action, 7-round magazine, and I loved the hell out of that thing. I wish he hadn't had to sell it. Anyway, but fond memories, right? And that really, and then, he's telling stories about when I was a kid, we used to build, revolvers. Me, my brother, my dad. Okay, fine. Cool. And hey, look, here we are. It can be a family tradition, but you get that instruction. You start with the instructions so people stay safe. That way you don't have idiots going, well, this one thing happened this one time in a bad way and really, awkward thing. We'll make a law against it. All right. One more thing to jump through a hoop, not to downplay anything major and massive that happened, certainly. But what you got? Physical limitations might not allow everyone at 18 to join the military, certainly, but or have training at least. Be a mandatory part of that. I don't know, the 21 age limit. I always thought that was weird too. Like, oh well, you can die for your country, but you can't have a drink off base.
All right, I want to share this real quick, and it kind of lends itself to. You're probably not going to hear the sound, but I want you to just take a look at the picture.
Weapon commented before you get into that. As a human being in this crazy fucking world we live in, everybody should have some sort of defensive training, firearm or otherwise. Martial arts is certainly applicable. I recommend a more holistic approach. Go for a little bit of everything.
Yeah. There's so many things you pick up during training that you would think is common sense, but have no idea about unless you would go through training. I think everyone benefits. You know what? Next week, everybody, if you guys don't mind, find out about one training that's happening in your area or within a reasonable radius of your area, if you don't mind. I will find at least 3 to 4 trainings around the country and at least 1 or 2 here locally where I'm at, because we got to start sharing these trainings. I mean, it's all fun and games to, okay, we're going to a PQ party where we're just shooting stuff, and military has free training, but people like Stay Frosty and some of the other ones we talked about in the past that's actually doing training, guys. Let's talk about that. Let's talk. Matter of fact, the Fort Scott Munitions just did a copper ticket event. Man, I wish I could have been at that event, guys. If you don't have it, go find Guns Out TV or Guns and Gadgets or Classic Firearm. All those guys were there, man, and I'm sure they have video footage of it. It was it looked like a great event. It's led by Chris Tonto Peranto, who is an American veteran, a hero. He's a former Ranger. I am definitely trying to get to one of those events. So, guys, if you don't mind, find 1 or 2 events in your area and bring it to the meeting next week so we can share it. But I wanted to share this crazy video with you guys. It's just nuts. You guys probably have said, if you watch if you watch TikTok at all, you might have seen this one. and it's this girl. She's at the range, and obviously no one has trained her. Guys, this. So
how many things can we point out wrong?
hold on. Let me. What'd you say?
I said, how many things can we point out that are wrong with this picture right here?
Just everything. I mean, who the hell gave her a gun and didn't show her how to even use the damn thing?
Well, somebody that was not thinking clearly, apparently.
She probably was one of those people that went in there and said, I know how to shoot. I can shoot. Just give it to me.
I've seen TV before.
Jesus. So, anyway, guys, I think that is all we had for tonight. Is it?
I think it is.
Coming up.
Yeah. Good Lord, what a train wreck. Hey, it could have been worse. She could have recoiled all the way back and hit the cameraman. So, I mean, be thankful nobody got hurt, all right?
Yeah.
There's the guy behind her. Yeah, he's probably going, oh, shit.
That was probably the dude that gave her the gun. But people that's why we need training. That's exactly why we need training. I mean, when I can see these guys at the event, Jared from Guns and Gadgets, he's a police officer. I'm not sure if he retired yet or not. Sheriff. Clint from Classic Firearms, former Marine. Guns Out TV, both of those guys are former military. You got what's his name? Damn it, I can't think of his name now. Hank Strange out there. She's the reason my firearms instructor was assisted. Yeah. That stuff happens. But when you can see all of these guys that have been training and been through the military, been through training after training after training, Coleon Noir, training after training, all these guys, and they go, anybody that's got the big head and said they don't need training, don't follow them. I don't care who they are. I don't care who they are. And you can disagree with me. Anybody's got the big head about, I shoot better than anybody. And you got people like Chris Peranto, who holds his own class, going to classes. Garand Thumb, all these guys they train. Mm-hmm. They train. And I know my thing is shaking because I'm excited and my arms are shaking right now. Anyway, sorry, guys.
We got one last question here before we head off. Crispy Bean, anybody's tried to Cerakote their MUP 1? The actual FCU itself, man, dude, that is tight fitting as is. I wouldn't want to try it myself.
Why would you paint that?
The grips
you
on
could
the hand take Cerakote perfectly. So just saying.
I mean, you could, obviously, since SIG does it on their new unit, but I mean, if it's inside the thing, I mean, what's the point? I mean, what are you trying to do?
That little serial number window,
Yours is loose, Crispy. Huh?
Sounds like a personal problem to me. Go for it though. Sorry, I had to. It's late.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
I definitely did have something else. A couple of things I wanted to put out there really, really quick for you guys that don't necessarily get into the forum often. And Nas, I'm about to throw the banners up there so you can scroll them. Guys, if you haven't been and seen Hawkeye's summer build in progress link thread on the forum, go. His information is freaking detailed and awesome. I mean, I have to say, okay, when Hawkeye posts, I have to say, okay, I got to put this to the side for a minute. I don't have time to read it. I want to sit and I want to digest it and I want to read it all because he has such a
depth of knowledge.
Yeah, in what he does, and he's willing to share it, guys. So go over there, and I'm going to put the link in the chat session too. So if you guys want to go directly to it, you can. But it's in the resource section, and it's called Summer Build in Progress. Mm-hmm. Here's the link for you guys. Go check it out. Hawkeye is I mean, I'm not even gonna try and emulate what he does because it's I don't know. He's been doing it a while and he's perfected it. It looks great. So that's go check it out. Also, he's going to also put up something on etching. But in the meantime, another etching guru, Mr. Weapon XYZ, he put up a post called Small Recharging Etching Kit and Serial Number Project, which is also in the resource section. And
it's a fantastic guide. I mean, great pictures, easy instructions, everything you need to get. And the kit itself is impressive and not horribly expensive. So if you want to try etching, that's where you need to start. So
I am actually, I have to get that stuff because I told you guys last week, I sent Weapon X several of my frames to etch out the serial numbers, which basically are series numbers for JMD. And thanks to Hawkeye for sending those stencils. Man, they came out awesome. Dude, they are freaking crispy. When I say crispy, they are crispy. So that team of Hawkeye and Weapon XYZ, dude, he's actually polishing new plate piece etching currently. Yeah, he's
very nice.
I mean, dude, these guys are top-notch leaders in the forum. Check out their threads. They have a lot of good information and willing to share all they can. So each week I'm going to try and pick out a couple of people to showcase. So guys, put your information up there. Again, we have the member levels coming, should be live within the next week or two.
I don't know why, but Crispy Bean.
Why Crispy Bean? Crispy Bean. Crispy Bean. All right, guys, we are going to shut it down. It is now 11:03. I just wanted to throw that out there before I forgot. These guys are awesome. All of you guys are awesome. We can't do this without you. We appreciate you. We're going to see you next week when we'll be hopefully have a live guest on to talk about their views in the Second Amendment. Also talking about the membership levels and I'll have an update on the new computer. So if I can get everything delivered and put together in a week, which I doubt.
I mean, it doesn't take long. It's more waiting on the stuff to arrive. Nah.
Okay. All right. We'll talk about it. We'll chop it up tomorrow. All right.
All right. Good night, everybody.
All right, guys. Good night. We love you. We'll talk to you next
get out of
week.
here and go build something.
Yeah. Go get back to building, baby.